This is an overview of the SM unit, the core to the Epiphany modules. So the first thing you can see is our main listing, which includes a name, which is a concatenation of the serial number and the internal ID. This specific unit we're viewing is currently in repair, as you can see by the unit status. So we have an end user customer field and a paying customer field. In this instance, AriaCo is both. In some instances, you might sell through a leasing company and you have a different end user, which can be defined here. You can include a NetSuite project and your SM subsidiary. Next is the unit location. So we have an SM site, which we'll go into in another video, and the unit current location is Repair Warehouse. If this unit was in NetSuite still, then we would have a link here to the NetSuite warehouse location. On the item, we have a link to our NetSuite item, which pulls in the item base price and the item description. Next, we have a few of the SM fields, which SM means service management. So this specific unit has a sand filter installed template assigned to it, as well as a unit category and unit type, which are set at the NetSuite item record. Next is a few of our links to our contract fields. So this unit was sold to a customer under a contract. So we have a link to the contract, a link to the product record, and a link to any coverages that might be associated with it. In this instance, it has one, which is an extended warranty. Our units are also able to be components or master units. This one is just a standalone unit, so I don't have a link to a parent unit, but those references would be here. Next, we have a little bit of the details on this unit. So here is an image of this specific pump, and then we can see here return repair status. It's been received from the customer for repair or replace or scrap. Epiphany modules also have the ability to offer loaners. So here's a little bit of the loaner fields, as well as being linked to the NetSuite fixed asset, which would be linked here if it was. Now this is really an important piece of the SM unit, where we track a lot of the details. So on the transactions, I can see here that this unit was purchased through NetSuite. So I have a link to the purchase order and a link to the receipt where I received it into my system. And it pulls the purchase order rate. Now this unit was sold, it's currently back for repair, but when it was sold it was fulfilled. So I have a link here to that item fulfillment. I have my original purchase date and the original unit rate. Now I imported in some manufacturing details after I received this in. So here I know it was manufactured in 2019 by Pentair, and I got all this information from Pentair. Next I can go to my related records, and I can see any cases or any components and units. So I'm going to click on the cases and just review there that I have a link to a case, which we sort of knew because this unit was brought back for repair. So this is how it was brought back. Work order parts, if there was any, they would be here, as well as subunits. This unit does not have those. But next we can go to the contract info, which is a little more deeper information from those three links above. So here I could open the product record and see all of that information. Next we have an eRentals. I'm going to open another unit that actually has this information pulled up. So if a SM unit is a rental item, it'll be defined here. So we have the rental unit class, the rental unit type, category. All this information is pulled from the NetSuite item record. So this item is on a booking record, I can see here. And then we have checkboxes for auto create inspection sales order and auto create inspection work order. What that means is whenever this specific unit is brought back from a rental, the system will automatically create a work order to do the inspection once it was brought back, and a sales order to bill for any repairs or damages, all depending on what kind of contract you have set up with the customer. And then I can see my unit transaction history. So here is the sales order related to the booking record, which it's on currently, and the item receipt, which it was brought in. I'm going to go back to my other unit and I'm going to click on my work orders. So as noted, this one is currently in repair. So this is the work order that it's tied to. Next, I have a costing field, which pulls my item defined cost, my unit transaction cost, so this is how much I sold it for, and any other information necessary. So that's the basic overview of the Epiphany SM unit.